The most obvious underground industry plant. What did I tell you, Marcus? What did I tell you, bro? You did not believe me, bro. That nigga did not believe me. I'm not even hating, bro. I'm really not. But I can't help but notice, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's levels to this, you know what I'm saying?
What's good, Fro? How y'all doing? All right. I wanted to come to y'all and genuinely have this conversation because this topic I've been meaning to talk about for a couple of days now. Because this topic has been going around since he specifically...
Bro, this is not hate. Anybody on YouTube gonna watch this, bro. It's not hate, bro. I'm not a hating ass nigga, bro. I'm a logical nigga. I think logically. I've never been a hate nigga, bro.
Started to rise over the last coming months, or shit, not even months, last couple weeks, and that's Ian. All right, because recently there's been talk about Ian and the authenticity.
QT7 Quani chain, bro.
Last couple weeks, and that's Ian. All right.
Respect.
Because recently there's been talk about Ian and the authenticity of his company.
The only reason I think he's an industry plant is because, like, bro, I don't know. His growth is just too exponential. Like, way more exponential than niggas who've been rapping for a while now. And they harder than Ian. And they don't have as many listeners as him and all of that. And not to mention, this nigga's already working with Southside, linked up with Quani. But then again, Quani's not so much like, I don't think Quani's like really like known yet. So maybe that link up was genuine. You see what I'm saying? Why would they have him link up with Quani?
Up because there's a lot of things that do hint to Ian being an industry plant.
But the link up with 808 Mafia.
Now, first of all, let me say this:
Southside,
I do not give
bro.
a shit if Ian is an industry plant because I like that nigga music. He's in my top 3 in the underground right now in the new gen, and ain't nobody beating him right now. I mean, he's killing it. So I really like his music, and I really do not care that he's an industry plant, or if he is, or if he's not. I don't really care. But I do want to talk about it and give you guys the insight on why niggas are saying that Ian is an industry plant. Now, first of all, let's get this out the way. All right, Ian spawned in out of nowhere. Now, I know a lot of people's defenses, oh, Ian was making music for years or posting music, but Ian realistically popped in on the scene out of nowhere. Whether or not he was posting music for a while.
Hey. No flex zone. Hey.
Ain't no way. Bro, these niggas trying to make a comeback with a Wingstop commercial. Bro, you know what I heard about Wingstop, bro? I heard the chicken is like fake and processed, but that's all chicken. But I love chicken. Like, look at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Do I stop eating it?
Prior, his name still only really got out here in the last month or two, literally. Like, I hadn't heard of Ian in the underground prior to this whole buzz he had.
Exactly.
Rise to the top.
You know what?
Artists, you know, you
I'm capping. Not only did my homeboy show me a song, but I also had a song on that playlist by that nigga. But I just came across it on some shit. Like, probably like 2 months prior to like his whole blow up. And then my homeboy, that nigga Marcus, showed me a song too. So I did know about him like just a little bit before his like exponential growth. You know what I'm saying?
You may hear their name, you may hear them buzzing and things of that nature. I didn't really hear that about Ian. So that's one.
Bro, I know a white nigga who's way harder than Ian.
2, there's a big reason people are calling.
It's not even about him being white, but I'm just saying.
Right, and that's because his connection to 4Bats management. Now, if you know 4Bats, I've made a video on him. Many other people have made
another
videos
industry
on him.
plant.
4Bats is considered the biggest industry plant that we've really ever seen. Like, really ever. In rap or in this niche of music. Like, he isn't a rapper, but you know, R&B. I mean, you know, we had other people who were considered industry plants, but this guy's the most successful and biggest industry plant we've seen in years. And you know, his management is absolutely overpowered, and you know, that's how 4Bats got to where he is now. And there's something about Ian that a lot of people don't really know, and that's he's actually managed by 4Bats management from what it seems, because 4Bats management follows Ian, and they don't follow any other rappers. They do not follow anybody else in this whole underground.
Hold up. Give me a second, bro. Oh. If you don't have allergies, bro, you live a blessed life. Be grateful you don't have allergies, little bread.
Okay. But we're gonna go to 4Bats Instagram, okay?
That's crazy. Okay, look, I don't think I would take it this far to it's investigating on a nigga whether he's a plant or not based off of his success, whether it's fake or not, to study on a nigga's Instagram page. Like, I wouldn't do that unless that's your like occupation or that's what you base your like content off of, bro. That's next level. I'm just saying, like, bro, really, like, bro, you ain't got nothing else to do but study another nigga's platform on social media to discuss and discover whether he's a plant or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's damn near pocket watching, bro. I can't lie.
Now, obviously, this doesn't confirm anything like 100%, but we can go to his management where
must
it
be an
says
investigator
business
or
inquiries. Saint Driptifer. And you go to his following, and you can type in Ian. And Ian's right there. He's following Ian. Meanwhile, he's not following any other sound or upcoming underground rapper. Why the fuck is he following Ian? Okay, why him?
That is a.
What is he trying to say?
I'm not saying that confirms anything. I'm just saying like I was told this before.
And he
I
on
was
live
told
doing
he
it.
was signed to
Bro,
four.
and you on live streaming that. Tell me, hey, if you think I'm like overthinking this or like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, why are you on live trying to expose a nigga, bro? I don't know, bro. I just be like, I'm too good at minding my business, bro. Like on some real shit.
Best management before I even looked at this shit.
And there would be no reason for them to follow anybody in this niche because they don't have any connection or anything to do with this. They're mainstream people, you know what I'm saying? They're working with Forbats and people of that caliber, and it just wouldn't make any sense for them to follow Ian, which is exactly what I'm getting into. Why would this management who's managing a multi-million monthly listener streamer, singer, who's making millions of dollars now, signed to OVO, friends with Drake, in this big mainstream sphere, why would they be following Ian? It just wouldn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? It's no correlation. So if you use your brain and put two and two together, there's a reason they're following Ian. It's obviously because they're doing something or working, which if we're being real, a management team following an artist means they're probably managing him, which would also make sense as to why Ian has a Drake, which will low-key explain how this nigga Ian has a Drake follow. You know what I'm saying? You don't just wake up and get a Drake follow unless you're an Insta. Let's not forget that there's a lot of artists who are bigger than Ian that Drake doesn't even follow. So the fact that Drake followed Ian and Ian's
out of
by
nowhere,
Forbats, who's also signed to Drake, it all makes sense. You have to put it together, right? You have to think and use your critical thinking skills. I don't know if you niggas have.
He does
it.
have a
Hope
point,
y'all
bro.
Do for real. All right, y'all got to, but yeah. Now the thing people don't realize with Drake is that apparently from things we've seen of people exposing DMs with Drake, you can actually pay for a Drake cosign, nigga. There was a streamer who ended up, but he posted a screenshot of his conversation with Drake, and pretty much a Drake follow was $1 million or something like that.
What?
Cosign from Drake was $1 million.
Another stream.
Hey, bro, if y'all paying $1 million for a Drake follow, just for a nigga to follow you, that's not even an investment. You're not getting that money back. Like, bro, what is him following really gonna do, bro? You gotta pay $1 million for a follow. That doesn't come with a free feature. That's not an investment. That's some real dumb shit. Hey, Drake getting his money, but for the niggas paying for that, like, I'm praying for you, bro.
Hey.
I gotta pray more, bro. Niggas really just lost.
People tell me these different things. Send the money that was discussed with Ryan to Deep Pockets.
Bro,
6.
Drake would send this emoji too. Oh, nah, bro. The world's coming to an
What
end.
happened? Send me the bread. Let me get you lit on stream. Of course you guys think these are my texts. Hey, retards! It's not what happened, alright? I did not pay Drake for a friendship, okay?
Like Aiden said, those weren't his screenshots, but they were from another streamer who ended up paying this nigga Drake $1 million for a cosign. So if a major label who is behind this new upcoming artist dishes out a quick $1 million to the biggest artist in the world to follow and cosign their artist, that's a pretty good investment. I mean, it makes sense. Not to mention, speaking of major record label, all of Ian's releases on Spotify have been through Columbia Records, which of course is a major label. We don't even have to explain that, you get it. So that would also explain how Ian got a Drake follow. Now you could say, oh, well, maybe Lil Yachty put Drake on to Ian because Yachty was bumping Ian.
I was thinking that. I was thinking
you know
that.
how many artists that Lil Yachty.
I was trying to think like maybe Yachty and Drake are somewhat connected, like label wise or some way, but Yachty doing his own thing and Drake doing his own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that can't be possible.
He probably listens to that he's not gonna go and tell Drake about. You know what I'm saying? There's so many artists he's not gonna be like, oh, Drake, I fuck with this dude, man. You gotta go fuck with him. It just doesn't make any sense. So I highly doubt he did this for a kid who he literally just found out existed less than a week ago. And I mean, you could say it's virality, but once again, you have to realize this is a music industry, nigga. Everything is coordinated. Everything is planned, nigga. Everything falls in place for a reason. That was already something when I saw he got a Drake follow. I'm like, yeah, he definitely tapped in with Forbats management, and it only makes sense. Now, if you don't believe the whole Forbats thing, let me
I keep hearing people
explain
knocking
it to
my
you a
door.
little more so your brain could comprehend it. I think of this. Forbats is a gimmick because he's a hood nigga, right? In so many words, who sings, has a beautiful voice, and has a great talent to sing and make great R&B music. Because I like Forbats. That nigga make great music. A white nigga that makes rap music that you wouldn't think a white person would make. You know, it all makes sense. Forbats has the gimmick. Ian has the gimmick. It's yin and yang,
Bro.
literally. So it wouldn't be that far-fetched to think
Hold
that
on, what'd
he
he
has
say?
the gimmick. Wouldn't think a white person would make. You know, it all makes sense. Forbats has
Bro, my whole like reasoning on why I think he a plant literally had nothing to do with his race. Like, yeah, he a white rapper, but my whole thing was like, I know niggas who are white who are harder than Ian. You know what I'm saying? White niggas can rap. It's 2024, bro. You know what I'm saying? White niggas got talent. But I was just thinking like, bro, I know like probably like 2-3 niggas underground, you know, not including Nespin, that have been rapping for a while and are nowhere near the status that Ian is currently gaining. You see what I'm saying? Just from putting that time in.
has the gimmick. Ian has the gimmick. It's yin and yang.
And they genuinely harder, too.
It wouldn't be that far-fetched to think that this management team or this record label is trying to see where they can have pull, where they can plant somebody, and where they can blow them up at. Because, of course, they know they can make this nigga Forbats mainstream, take him from the middle of nowhere, and bring him up to here. Like, literally, there's barely any traces of Forbats before this. But why not try out bringing an underground artist who has the same type of appeal to the top as well? It just makes sense, all right? And we have to realize these labels, they're definitely trying to start a new trend and probably get in with this new underground because this new underground is making waves. Also forgot to mention that this nigga Ian has a from the block performance that Forbats also got, and that's what ended up blowing him up. Ian's from the block performance also ended up giving him a lot of buzz because
That's when I heard about
his
Forbats.
family. He did a whole little dinner table performance, and this nigga Forbats was just a hood nigga singing his heart out. So I mean,
My first time hearing Forbats
it
was
kinda makes
when he was
sense.
on the
So
block,
the labels are gonna get
singing
in
his
wherever
song.
the money's at, and this would be the perfect time for them to go around signing these artists and probably doing underground industry plans. I'm not gonna be surprised if we see a lot more underground artists.
Bro, is that Tana? I think that's Tana right there. That's crazy.
Or industry plans. I'm not gonna be surprised if we see a lot more underground artists going up that are industry plans or that are involved in some kind of industry push, which once again, I think this is good for the underground, nigga. I think we need millions of other eyes on the underground because I'm tired of the same dank ass music, the same dank shit that sounds the same. We needed somebody like Ian. We need people like Osama Sun to be picked up by these
Exactly.
labels and pushed to the top, because
Not like
people
Ken
always try
Carson.
the whole industry plant thing and make it seem like it's a bad thing. When
I love
Uzi
you,
and
Slash,
Cardi and
just
all
for
these
saying
niggas
that,
literally
bruh.
got pushed by labels. These labels signed them
I love
and
you
pushed
for
them
that,
to the
bruh.
top. Without these labels, Uzi and Cardi probably wouldn't have got a lot of opportunities that they got.
See how
Without
he
their
didn't
connections,
mention
they
Ken
wouldn't have got
Carson?
A lot of opportunities they got. So being an industry plant is not bad. It's all about making good music. Now, if you're an ass industry plant, then we can talk. All right, your ass getting cooked. But if you're a good industry plant, or you know, if you're a good artist who just got that push from a label, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like with Ian, bro. Ian is hard. Ian is, like I said, my top 3, and I could care less.
Yeah, Ian's music hard. Like, I ain't even mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I love to see people getting paid. You know? You see niggas get paid, motivates you. And if it don't motivate you, something wrong with you, bro. Like, I love to see anybody get paid, bro.
This nigga
And that's real shit.
is an industry plan. But it is definitely interesting to see that the underground is to that point where we getting mainstream companies and management being in the underground, picking artists and deciding to push them to the top. And then you also have to think of how fast Ian rose from literally damn near nobody, like, and he was a somebody, don't get me wrong, before this, but in the grand scheme of things, everybody, he literally was unknown. And he shot to the top past everybody. Like, to say that Ian is the hottest in the underground right now isn't even a bad take, because his numbers are speaking for themselves. 1 million plus plays in under a month for Grand Slam on SoundCloud, and Spotify has like 2 mil. And the
Hey,
music
I guess
videos
numbers
almost
do
at
say
1 mil.
more
And
than
his
anything
other
else,
music's
right?
getting mills. It's not far-fetched to say that he's the
I
hottest in the
guess.
underground. His snippets on Instagram are getting 1 million plays in a day. They're getting damn near 100K.
Does that
likes.
even make you
Hella
underground at that
engagement.
point?
We just gotta be reasonable here. But once again, Ian deserves it because he makes good music. As long as he keeps staying consistent, he's good, bro. I want Ian to keep going because we need a person who seems like they're more human-like in the music industry. Ian's whole gimmick is just being a normal person, and I like that. I like the fact that we don't have another mysterious cheese
Opium ass. Wanna be
literally in the
opium
shadows,
ass.
hiding in crevices,
Living
making
in
music,
Cardi's
blowing
shadow
up. I'm
ass.
tired of that. So it's good to have a normal college kid blowing up for making genuinely good music. He just has a label behind him. I don't give a shit. That's not ruining the music industry. That's not ruining the underground. What's ruining the underground is a lot of the promo that these niggas do for these actual garbage artists instead of actually trying to help these good artists who are unknown rise up. That's what's ruining music in the underground, at least. But overall, bro, I fuck with Ian, and I just want him to keep going up, nigga. Keep grinding, gang. But the industry plant thing is definitely interesting. Like, it's definitely something that caught my eye in a way, because once again, we know with Rich Amiri rising, people were calling Rich Amiri an industry plant, but I don't even think he's an industry plant. We can't
highly
even
doubt
consider Amiri an industry plant, because an industry plant is somebody who's literally planted in a place by an industry figure, like by a label. And Amiri was in the underground for years before he blew up recently. The only thing I think they did with Amiri is just press the button, which was giving him big ass hit single, because they noticed it was gaining traction on TikTok, so they capitalized off of it and started mass promoting it. And that don't make you an industry plant. Like I said, people just gotta realize the industry, especially with music, is definitely levels to this shit, and it's more so of an industry.
That's what I said.
Than Rich Amiri.
I
But at the
said
end of the
there's
day, both of
levels.
them make good music, so it's not a bad
There's
thing.
levels,
Like I said,
nigga.
we're gonna see
You
where
can't
Ian
skip
go.
the
If we wake
levels,
up one day
nigga.
and Ian got 5 million monthly listeners, man, it's over. All right, everybody cooked in a good way though, not a bad. But yeah, I love y'all for I wanted to talk about it.
The only way you skipping levels, bruh, is if you put a thong on for Cardi, or I don't know, you associate it with Drake. That's the only way.
Stay focused, bruh. Stay focused.